morning seems to be pretty dull when it comes to global cues. Slightly negative. SGX Nifty is seeing 30-35 points downtake, but in larger scheme of things, this is not a major move. Even US markets have been pretty flat to positive when it comes to Dow, 115 points up, and Nasdaq and S&P were pretty flat. If you look at from F&O perspective, then cues are not very positive. We were talking since last 1 week or so that despite market correcting, FIs were not shorting. In fact, they were going long in index futures. Couple of days they bought in cash market bounced back. And guess what? Yesterday they shorted again in index futures and stock futures. Though the quantum is not very huge, around 700-800 crores in index futures and around 400-500 crores in stock futures. But certainly those are short positions and they have been sellers in cash market, which is not a good news. If you look at from levels perspective and options data, then no major built up in yesterday's trading session. But if we see positionally, 10,500 call and put activity is pretty high, which makes it a new pivotal level. If you remember, we have been talking about 10,500 before or 10,300 before as levels where market would guide it. 10,400 seems to be new level around which market would move. It was more stock specific yesterday, and as my colleague Nayantara broke story related to corporate governance issue in Reliance, that stock reacted negatively and was down, created short positions, and so did ICICI Bank. So two major stocks forming short positions, not a good news. Some of the pharma names are also forming short positions, like Lupin and Cipla were negative and showed rise in open interest substantially. But there were a lot of mid-cap names, MCX, Divi's Labs and Asian Paints, which formed long positions. Let's now welcome our technical experts and talk to them that how they are approaching this market. Kunal, I'll come to you first. Very good morning to you and thank you for joining us. You have been quite optimistic from lower levels in Jubilant Food. Stock has reacted, gone up, and now you feel that it can go more. You're giving a buy call over there. And IPCA, that's a new or a fresh call for you.
Yes, Siddharth. So, first, good morning first of all. The first one is Jubilant Food. Interestingly, I think the stock has done pretty well in the last 2 days, even after coming out of a mild bit of consolidation. But the last few days, the way the momentum has shaped up, the volumes yesterday and the price action closing at the high point of the day, the candlestick pattern. So, a conjunction of a lot of the short-term parameters which we generally look at in terms of determining momentum. The ingredients are absolutely very good when you look at Jubilant Foods chart, and that suggests that maybe the momentum should continue from here on. I would expect at least 4 to 5% up move from current levels. So 20 to 50 is the target which I am eyeing on Jubilant Foods, recommending a buy with stop loss at 2100. And the second is IPCA Labs. Now this is more or less a mid cap name, and the stock has been in a range. But the last 1.5 or 2 months, it's formed a bullish parent kind of a formation. It's just that with the candlestick pattern yesterday and some bit of fervor coming into the mid cap names, especially on the a couple of pharma names as well, I believe that there could be chance you might see this stock also breaking out. So IPCA Labs is a buy in that anticipation, suggesting a target of 733, stop loss 660.
Okay, Dr. Nayan, good morning. Three stocks which added a lot of long positions yesterday and were in positive territory: Jubilant Food, Shriram Transport Finance, and Mindtree. You have opted for taking Shriram Transport Finance, and the other call which you are giving a buy call is Divi's Lab. There too we have seen formation of long positions.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, Shriram Transport has been on a good wicket for quite some time, and even though the trends within the financial services space has become somewhat mixed, Shriram Transport continues to maintain its upward bias. There was a fairly sharp pullback a few weeks ago when the stock fell headlong for about 3 weeks. Now that erased quite a large number of long positions in it, leaving the stock a bit lighter. But the fall was contained at the minimal retracement zones that we have for defining supports during declines, and from there the stock is up and about once again. Now, if you look at the daily charts, we are having a clear higher top, higher bottom formation, and in the price action of yesterday, the stock has overcome overhead moving average resistances, etc. So I think it should be a decent bet head for some more upward action. Current price 1458, buy it with a target for about 1475 for the day, and we can maintain a 15-point stop loss. Divi's Lab has been a little different when you compare its movement with the rest of the pharma leader pack. It's been a lot more resilient to the decline, in the sense that after a very sharp fall, it is the one which has staged the maximum amount of recovery in terms of the pullback that it has witnessed. Now, after having staged that pullback, it's seen consolidating that gains rather than give it up once again like Sun Pharma, etc. have done. And now it's again pushing up once more. 1086 is the current price. Recent consolidation highs have been taken out by the stock price action of yesterday. I think it should roll on till about 1100, 1110 levels. So can buy this with a 10-point stop loss.
Okay, Divi's Lab and Shriram Transport Finance are buy calls, especially Shriram Transport Finance moved substantially higher, and volumes were very significant, clearly citing that these were long positions and cash-based buying as well. We are trying to connect with Manas, but he remains quite negative, and hence he is generating sell call. In fact, he has been consistently generating sell calls since last 2-3 weeks, and he has Canfin Home Finance as a sell with a target of 515 and a stop loss of 542. That stock corrected yesterday from higher levels, and he's also bearish on Century Textile, though we didn't see very negative move and volumes also tepid, but he still feels that negative momentum would continue on the downward side. Avan and Nikunj.